In the world of competitive gaming, paying for someone to help you rank up, whether it be in Valorant, Overwatch, League of Legends, or whatever your game of choice may be, isn't that uncommon. Osu, however, is a bit of an outlier since while coaching exists, a lot of people, myself included, don't fully understand what the point of it truly is. Let me elaborate. In most games, there's two main elements of play. On one hand, you have mechanical skill like aim and movement, but on the other, there's a layer of decision making that encompasses things like your positioning and cooldown usage. Typically, if you purchased coaching for a game like, let's say, Overwatch, they could watch you play, find immediate problems in your positioning or awareness, and give you tips that almost immediately make you a better player. The problem with a game like Osu, though, is that it's almost 100% mechanical skill, and there isn't a lot of nuance or depth to it. I mean, quite literally, you just click the circles. So I was curious. I wanted to find out for myself what would happen if I got Osu coaching. The first thing I had to do to set up an Osu coaching session was do a bit of research, and by research I mean googling Osu coaching and clicking on the first link that came up. Doing this brought me to Metafy, which apparently is a website with coaching for all sorts of games, but most importantly Osu. I didn't have very many options though, since only 5 people were offering coaching. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th? Yeah, funnily enough, the first person I messaged on here about Osu coaching was Andros, someone who used to be a top 10 mouse player and who I wanted to have a session with. But after I messaged them asking if they still offer coaching, they just deleted their Osu coaching listing on Metafy and never responded to me. My guess is they just forgot it was still up or something, but either way, this meant I had to find someone else. The whole reason I wanted to pick them in the first place was because, like me, they use a mouse instead of a tablet, but luckily enough, after reading a few people's descriptions, I found someone else who plays with a mouse, and after a few messages on Discord, I had officially set up an Osu coaching session. This is Zone Louise, an extremely high-ranked player around rank 170 who first started playing Osu about 12 years ago. They have tons of high PP plays in the 700 to 800 range and overall seem very qualified to help me improve, who also, like I said earlier, plays with a mouse instead of a tablet, which is the main reason I chose them as my coach. Going into this session, my expectations weren't that high in terms of improving since I was a little skeptical about it, but I was excited to meet someone new and talk to them about Osu for a while. However, the results might just surprise you. Anyway, we started the session with me showing him my profile and talking about what goals I might have in mind and things like that.
Do you have any short-term goals?
I want to get 4-digit this year just because I'm a little embarrassed about my playtime for my rank. Got like 1,500 hours, I'm still 5-digit. So really want to try and improve this year. Over the course of our session, we talked about a lot of different things and skill sets from finger control to aim, stamina, in-game sensitivity and mouse DPI, the way I hold my mouse, my overall mentality about the game, and even had a whole conversation about mouse pads.
What's your mouse and your mouse pad?
I just have the Model O for my mouse, and my mouse pad is a random Zowie mouse pad that is like 2 years old.
When was the last time the mouse pad was cleaned?
That'd be a never for me, so
Oh, what?
you know, it's got that gamer crust in there. Love to see it. About 20 minutes after that, we ended the session, and he left me a small list of things to remember. Overall, it was fun, and I felt like it went about how I expected. I didn't come to any groundbreaking realizations and immediately improved or anything, but that was never my expectation. It seems like, from what I can tell, Osu coaching focuses on trying to find bad habits you might have that are hindering your rate of improvement. Maybe you'll be told to play different kinds of maps than you have been, or maybe you'll change something about your playstyle. Whatever it may be, the idea is that you're paying people who are more accomplished and have more experience than you who can help you improve at the game faster. All of that might sound obvious, but I have to admit, after the session was over, I was thinking a lot more about the game in general, and if nothing else, was at least motivated to try and improve. I think the success you can have with Osu coaching probably varies a lot from person to person, and for me, while it was fun, I didn't think it was super helpful or game-changing, but part of that might be because I also didn't have anything super specific I needed help with aside from maybe some issues with my aim. So what now? Well, referring back to the list he gave save me, the first thing I did was download Osu Rewind, which is a program that allows you to do a better job of analyzing your replays and figuring out why you're missing. He also instructed me to play aim maps with a fairly consistent difficulty throughout instead of farm maps, which tend to have a more inconsistent difficulty with a big difficulty spike at the end. And the last thing he wrote down was for me to play shorter bursts, around 5 to 7 notes, at higher BPMs, which would supposedly help with my finger control and stamina, or at least that's how I interpreted it. Over the course of the next week, I focused on warming up my aim when I started playing before anything else, and if I felt like it, I would use Rewind to try and figure out why I was missing. I also tried playing more burst focus maps and a lot of DT, since while he didn't explicitly say to do that, it's something I want to improve at, so I figured it wouldn't hurt. Near the end of the week, I almost got a new top play with a score of 375 pp, but besides that, there's not too much to say here. I felt like I wasn't really seeing improvement at a rate any faster than normal, and despite playing around 2 to 3 hours a day, focusing mainly on aim, I still missed a lot, usually pretty randomly, and overall had aim that felt very inconsistent. Originally, I was planning to have a second coaching session after the week was over, but on second thought, felt like that would be too soon and decided I would hold off for now and book another one if I could think of something specific to focus on. In the end, I never did think of anything though, and didn't end up booking another session, but since a week is a bit of a small time frame to expect someone to improve, let's zoom out a bit and talk about the following month. Here's a few things that happened the following month after I got Osu coaching. First off, I got a new top play of 385 pp. I also reached the top 20,000 globally for the first time ever, and I FC'd an almost 7-star map, and even though the accuracy was bad, this is a speed map I've been playing on and off for the last 2 years and have never FC'd it before. Also, I felt like my aim slightly improved and got a lot of new bestness counts on several aim maps, and last but not certainly least, I finally cleaned my mouse pad. Just kidding, I'm never cleaning my mouse pad! Well, those are just a couple things that happened in the following month, and I think it's pretty clear that I ended up getting some results. The only question is whether or not they were because of my Osu coaching session. That's something that's impossible to say for sure, since we'll never know what would have happened if I didn't try it out, but the fact is I got Osu coaching, and in the following month felt like I improved maybe more than usual. So to answer the question in the title of this video, that being, did I improve? Yes. Was it because of Osu coaching? Maybe. Would I recommend Osu coaching? I'm not sure. If you have 20 bucks to spare and feel like giving it a shot, go ahead and give it a try. Personally though, I wouldn't pay much more than that. Anyway, this video was pretty fun to make, even if it did cost a bit of money and took a while, but with that said, thanks for watching, and hopefully, see you next time.